And she wishes that she'd put her hair up today because I am already hot. The old tash is beading. Okay, it's beading. So mind your own business. You don't need to point it out. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be sharing with you my 10 products, my 10 top picks for summer, for the summer season, this glorious weather, this beautiful time of the year. For me, this means like a bit of less is more. I do a bit less foundation, less other products on top, because let's face it, who wants to melt into a puddle by midday? I know I don't. I definitely find myself, as the weather gets hotter, wanting to wear makeup less and less. Like I go makeup free a lot of the time, and then sometimes I'll just do a couple of products just to feel a bit more like fresh and put together. But I stick to like lightweight, like feeling, like looking products. And I definitely change up what I'm doing a bit and just do a bit less, because it's just not pleasant for me to have all of that makeup on my face if I'm hot. You know, we don't have air conditioning here. Let me tell you, putting on a full face of makeup and sitting and filming in a boiling hot room where you can't open the windows because of noise, and there is no air conditioning, and you can't put a fan on because it's too noisy for the microphone. It's not a fun time for anyone. And I also spoke about this in my most recent episode of Makeup Dilemmas, where I feel like if you are concerned about your makeup melting off or disappearing in hot weather, less is more, because you've got less far to fall. If you've got a full beat glam going on and everything starts melting and sliding off your face, it's going to be very obvious that there's a problem. Whereas if you've got a very light coverage, just a few products here and there, who's going to know the difference if they start to wear off or start to melt a little? There's not so much of a difference, like light and shade is what I'm saying. So that's kind of where I go in the summer. Now, I just did a few months ago, I did my spring favorite products for spring. So I tried to make sure that there were no repeats, although obviously a lot of spring products work for summer as well really nicely, and vice versa. So if you're thinking, Charlotte, what about that? I probably included it in my spring video. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, one of the products I absolutely love and find myself reaching for more and more as the weather is getting warmer is this Charlotte Tilbury Invisible UV Flawless Poreless Primer. This has SPF 50 in it, which isn't the sole reason. Like, I don't solely rely on the SPF in here. Like if I'm going on a day out, this is not the only SPF that I use, because you just don't use enough of this to get that full SPF, that full factor 50. So I do use a separate standalone factor 50. But what I love about this is, one, it's just extra. Like more is more when it comes to SPF. And I love traveling with this. I took this on my holiday recently, and it's just a beautiful product. It's not just like a primer that has an SPF in it. It has a beautiful glow, fresh, hydrated look to the skin. It's very hydrating. It feels beautiful and light and just really fresh and cool on the skin, which is a treat. But it also does just give a very flattering, beautiful luminosity to the skin. So I will wear this barefaced just on top of SPF and call it a day a lot of the time. But it also just gives me an extra bit of SPF, but extra bit of factor 50 on top, and it just also gives a gorgeous look to the skin before makeup, without makeup, just barefaced. This is a beautiful product on the skin. It's just a bit of an all-rounder multitasker for me. So when it comes to foundation, I definitely change up the game a little bit in summer, but on those days or evenings when I do want to go in with foundation and I want a bit more coverage and I want to be a bit more full glam, a bit more of a full makeup day, the Nars Light Reflecting foundation has become like my go-to. I absolutely love this foundation in any season, but I'm really loving it now in summer just because of the gorgeous glow that it has, while remaining really lightweight and like light feeling, as well as light looking and very natural and skin-like. It's just perfect. It's an all-rounder. It's got no SPF in there, so it's perfect for evenings if you're going to a wedding, flash photography, anything like that. It's really an all-rounder, any occasion, any season, but this is like summer skin in a bottle. You guys know I love my Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate. I spoke about that in my spring video if you're wondering why it's not in this one. I also love that for summer, but it does have a very high SPF, so I don't feel safe wearing it to events or in the evening. There's a lot of weddings in the summer as well, so this is a wedding friendly foundation as well, which gives it that extra bonus points for me. But it's a beautiful foundation. I feel like it's very easy, very light, and it looks very natural, so you don't have to do a lot else if you just want to do a quick and easy foundation, bit of concealer and bronzer. This is going to give you a gorgeous glowy natural base for your makeup. Now, the other end of the spectrum for my base, a product I have been loving recently, is the Chantecaille Anti-Aging Face Tint. I love this product. I spoke in my spring video about the By Terry CC serum. This does have a kind of similar effect to it, as in I use this. This is what it looks like, by the way. It looks like chocolate mousse. It smells like heaven. It smells like Turkish delight to me. I don't know if that's just me, but I'm here for it. So both this and the Chantecaille CC serum, if you're familiar with that, how I use this is like a no makeup day. So I don't go over the top with foundation for either of these products. These are days when I'm either doing no makeup or very, very minimal makeup, and this is all I put on my skin. The other week I went to my nephew's birthday party, and it was on Father's Day, so we went to a pool party and then straight from there out to lunch. So I didn't want to like wear makeup in the pool, and I didn't want to spend an hour getting ready in between those two events. So all I did literally in the car driving from one venue to the other is I whacked a bit of this all over my whole skin, face, eyes, everywhere. Bit of mascara and a sheer lipstick, and I felt like so beautiful, like just so natural. It really does take away redness, discoloration. It evens up my skin tone. My face gets much, much lighter than my body in summer, and this just kind of brings everything together, so I kind of look like one person, like I'm, you know, my face is connected to the bod, which is tricky on a no makeup day. I look like a ghost. But this just very, very quickly takes that away, as well as giving a gorgeous luminosity to the skin. Very smooth, hydrated, fresh, and again, so lightweight. It's very, very sheer. It's not going to give you a medium coverage. It's going to be a very, very light coverage, very, very natural, but very effective at evening skin tone and just kind of perfecting the skin. I'm absolutely living for this, and it wears nicely for that type of product, but at the same time, when it does start to wear off, you can't really tell because it's so sheer, so there's no sort of dramatic, oh my god, her face is melting. None of that, because no one can tell, because it's very, very sheer to begin with. It just kind of tones everything down, matches everything up, evens everything out, and it's very, very flattering, and I am loving it. Not the typical type of product that I reach for a lot. It's very different in texture to the By Terry. I think that this a little goes a very, very long way with this, whereas the By Terry, I feel like I have to use quite a lot to get an even sort of layer of bronze to the skin. This one, very, very small amount, buffed all over the skin. Heaven. Heaven. So let's talk about eyeshadow. I feel like there were so many eyeshadow palettes I was kind of drawn to include in this video. Now, again, my eyeshadow, I get less and less and less throughout the summer months. When I'm hot, I don't want to spend, like I said, half an hour doing eyeshadow while I'm boiling and just melting into my makeup chair. So I will do as little as possible. I just want to be able to do like a bang for buck, one and done kind of situation. That's my vibe in summer. And one of my favorite palettes that I feel like I reach for a huge amount in the warmer months is Pat McGrath's Ritualistic Rose. So today I just literally used this sort of bronzy shade down here, and this shade here, it just packs so much punch. You could absolutely just put this all over the lid, which is pretty much what I did today, and you're going to get such a pretty reflective, bright, summery eye. I also love this yellow. I mean, the same thing with this. You could just put this all over the lid, and it just gives you, Let me zoom in. So I've barely done anything with my eyes today. It took me like literally 2 minutes. Just really that sort of shimmery shade all over the lid and then the yellow in the inner corner, and you're good to go. And it's just really pretty but really effective and high shine and just lovely for summer. Another palette that I really like in summer as a cheeky extra bonus entry is the Bronze Borealis. Again, same thing about that. A few of the shades in there as a like one and done on the lid, maybe with some bronzer. It's going to give you a very pretty bronzy, glowy sheen on the lids. Very, very pretty. The Pat McGrath quads, I feel like they're all perfect for summer because you just want a couple of shadows that are really quick and easy to throw together, and it's just going to give you a simple but pretty look that doesn't take too much time while you're sweltering. Next up, the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer. I'm wearing this today. The first cream product that I don't even know in how long, if maybe ever, that I've really got involved with and really enjoyed. I feel like lots and lots of people, you know, in spring and summer months, they gravitate towards creams. Not me. That's never happened to me before, and it probably will never happen again. This is the only cream product that has really made it into like my regular circulation that I can remember. And I love it, and that is for a few reasons. One, the application process is so easy, so much easier and less fiddly than typical cream products. Two, the longevity is incredible. This has a lovely luminous finish on the skin. I know it's apparently packed with like pearlescent or pearl particles. What's the technical term? So it's really quite beautifully skin-like. It really melts into the skin. It doesn't look like bronzer. It just looks like some warmth on the cheeks, and it's so soft and pretty. It works really nicely in the crease if you just want to do this in the crease and then one of the shadows out of any old eyeshadow palette you like with a bit of shimmer in it. That's literally me set for summer. That's about all I've got the energy, time, and heat for. Now, blush. Blush is one thing that I just cannot forsake any day, but especially in summer. Summer is like the time to go for it with your blush. Like a glowy, bright pop of blush in summer, forget about it. Mind the gap. Look out. One of like the ultimate summer blushes, in my opinion, is the new Suqqu from their spring. Was it from their spring collection? I mean, that's an error because this is summer inner blush to me. So glorious, so shiny. It's high shine without like glitter and shimmer. It's that perfect bronzy orange that I live for. If you like Nars Taj Mahal, if you liked Becca, Tiger Lily, this is definitely one to try. Very, very, very glowy and luminous. Shall I give you a close-up view? Oh, what a loser. Very, very high shine, very luminous, but not chunky, shimmery or glittery. It's just very beautiful. I feel like it could be Christmas Day, New Year's Eve even, and I could whack this on and I will feel like it's summer, like it's a summer's day. And yeah, it's just gorgeous. Summer in a blush, you know. Another blush, the blush I have on today that every time I open these blushes, I want to cry. Is that normal? Am I all right? It's glorious to look at. It's stunning to look at. It looks very summery to look at. This shade is Sangria. This is the shade I have on my cheekies today. And beg your pardon. Again, extremely luminous and glowy, but not shimmery or glittery. I have no highlight on my cheeks today. No highlight on my cheeks. Don't need it. Don't want it. Didn't have time for it or the energy. Literally just a bit of this blush, and the same thing for the Suqqu as well. You don't need highlight if you're using these blushes. Of course, if you want to, go nuts. But if you want a kind of one and done, a glowy cheek in one, these blushes are perfect. They are absolutely gorgeous and just peak luminosity without giving me texture or glitter or shimmer. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, a couple of lip products. Lips, I feel like pull everything together in summer. If I do absolutely nothing, like a little bit of the Chantecaille and some mascara, the lip is what's going to give me like the summer vibe, because I'm going to go for my peaches, my corals, those really bright, shiny, sheer lipsticks. That's kind of where my happy place is in the summer months. The lip that I have on today is one of the, again from the Suqqu spring collection, shade 122. This is the one packed with glitter. It sounds horrendous, and actually when you're applying it, it does feel a bit gritty, but once it's on, it doesn't. You can't feel the grit on your lips. Like if I rub my lips together now, it doesn't feel like bitty or glittery. It does. I don't feel the particles at all. When you apply it, you can feel it a little from the bullet, but the result is this stunning, glossy, shiny, orange summer lip, and it's just like so summery to me. I absolutely live for it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I took both these 122 and 123, the only lips that I wore on holiday. I wore my own lips, you understand. I wore these on my lips is what I should have said. And they were just perfect. They're so light and comfortable and hydrating, but they give you that gorgeous pop of colour and shine and just juicy, pouty lips without any burning, tingling sensation that apparently everyone else feels is necessary for some reason. And another lipstick I absolutely love in summer, which might be a bit unexpected, but it's Lisa Eldridge's Dance Card. The reason I say it might be unexpected is because it's quite sort of light and sheer and understated. And this is one of her luxuriously lucent lipsticks. So it's sheer but buildable. You can build this up to like a medium opacity. Very, very comfortable, very, very hydrating, very easy to do without a mirror on the go. What I love about this is that it doesn't do too much. It's a lovely summery, spring and summery sort of salmon, pink, coral shade. It's spring and summer enough with the pop of those coral warm tones on the lip, and it's got that lovely shine, but because it's a bit more understated, a bit softer, a bit more subtle, a bit sheerer, it doesn't overwhelm. Like if you're just doing a very, very light amount on the skin, like say you're doing something like the Chantikai, you're doing a bit of mascara, a tiny bit of shimmer on the lid, and then you go in with a very, very bright lip, sometimes, don't get me wrong, that is a look. But if you're trying to have a very laid back day, but you still want to look summery and fresh, this is the lipstick that always fits that vibe perfectly. Doesn't overwhelm anything, doesn't fight, doesn't suddenly make you look, you know, more evening versus daytime or less easygoing, less soft. It's a very, very nice, pretty, soft look that still manages to keep it in the summer zone without being super bright. If you are a bit afraid of like bright, punchy, colourful, orange, neon, vibrant lips, then this gives you that, but a much easier, less intimidating level. And last but not least, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I never used to be a setting spray type of person, never used to be a finishing spray type of person, but this spray changed my mind. It definitely helps with the longevity of makeup, with keeping makeup together and on your face and in the location of which you put it to begin with. But also, this is a treat to just give yourself a spray after you've finished your makeup. If you're already disintegrating into a puddle on your chair whilst doing your makeup, when you've finished, spray yourself all over this and you will feel resurrected. Okay, it's hydrating, it's fresh, it really gives your skin an extra boost of luminosity, and if you use this like halfway through the day, it really like freshens everything back up, and it kind of makes your skin look fresh and healthy and luminous again if everything's kind of gone a bit matte or a bit lifeless and dull. The dream. And also cools you down a treat. So there you have it. Those are my top 10 recommendations for summer. Please let me know your favourite makeup products to use in the summer months and why in the comment section down below. I'm off to shave my head, so I hope you enjoyed this video and I'd love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.